We are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. We heard now Brahma is explaining to Narad Goswami how creation is going on, and in the beginning there were no ingredients for sacrifice, so Brahma had to take from the body of Supreme Lord. So offering was then made. Thus I created the ingredients and paraphernalia for offering sacrifice out of the parts of the body of Supreme Lord, the enjoyer of the sacrifice, and I performed the sacrifice to satisfy the Lord. This we heard yesterday. Tataste bratara ime prajanam patayonava ayajan vyaktam avyaktam purusham su samahitaha. My dear son, thereafter your 9 brothers, who are the masters of living creatures, performed the sacrifice with proper rituals to satisfy both the manifested and non-manifested personalities. It is not mentioned here which 9 brothers. The manifested personalities are the demigods like the ruler of the heavenly kingdom Indra and his associates, and the non-manifested personality is the Lord himself. The manifested personalities are mundane controllers of the material affairs, whereas the non-manifested personality of Godhead is transcendental, beyond the range of the material atmosphere. In this age of Kali, the manifested demigods are also not to be seen, for space travel has completely stopped. So both the powerful demigods and the Supreme Personality of Godhead are non-manifested to the covered eyes of the modern man. Modern men want to see everything with their eyes, although they are not sufficiently qualified. Consequently, they disbelieve in the existence of the demigods or of the Supreme God. They should see through the pages of authentic scriptures and should not simply believe their unqualified eyes. Even in these days, God can also be seen by qualified eyes, tinged with the ointment of love of God. When our Gurudev was in Slovenia in 1999, there was one rented place where he was staying. Two rooms were there. So one devotee, Gurudev was explaining something in his room. I don't know how that topic came, that Diksha mantra should not be chanted aloud, because it is scriptural injunction like that. No one should hear. If someone hears, you will lose that. You will have to take again. That is for Diksha mantras. For Maha mantra, Panchatattva mantra, you can do japa, that is mentally, or you can do kirtan. Both is possible, but for Diksha mantra only mentally. So then one devotee from France, he said, but what if I am alone in the room? There is no one there to hear. At that time, can I pronounce? Then Guru said, no, because many demigods are going. At that time, we could feel that Gurudev is actually seeing that. We are not seeing. We hear Swami Maharaj is saying, because our eyes are covered. But some realized souls, they can see. Directly we could feel that Gurudev is not speaking some theory. He said, no, many demigods are coming and going there. If they hear, that is also problematic. It happened with our god brother. He was one time in some emotional something state. So he, by mistake, in that emotional state, he uttered loudly, the Diksha mantra. Then after that, he felt that he could not get connection anymore. Although we know that mantra you have on paper and you remember it, everything is there. But the thing is, mantra is, there is a deity in mantra, is a person. Mantra is person and superior. So we cannot acquire that by our own desire. It will descend to a surrendered soul. Then we to a surrendered soul that he can have connection. We cannot enjoy or exploit or some mantra. Mantra is non different from Supreme Lord or from demigods, those who for worship of them. So it has his own will. That is why you can lose it in the sense of actually losing it, because that deity will not come to you, because if you commit offense. So it is not in the sense of like we are experiencing, I have some water I can take whenever I like. That is unconscious, some material thing, so you can manipulate, but you cannot manipulate with mantra. So although you may have it on paper and you memorized it, but you will not have connection. Tomorrow we will observe the appearance of Gadadhar Pandit. In his case also it happened that he lost, because he gave mantra to someone who was faithless. That is offense on the part of Guru. If he does it for some mundane benefits, for name and fame, for money like this, then he is actually offender. So he himself will lose connection with the name or with the mantra. So he had to take it again from Pundarik Bidyanidhi. He came to Mahaprabhu and said, I lost connection and I'm not getting that purification of mind and that ecstatical feeling, I'm not getting. You give me again. Then Mahaprabhu said, you have to get it again from your Diksha Guru only, because only from Diksha Guru you can hear, not from others. Diksha Guru can be only one. Shiksha Guru can be many to encourage what was given by Diksha Guru, but Diksha Guru is only one. You should not change Diksha Gurus just like that. It will also be offense. If Diksha Guru is bona fide, you should not go to hear mantra from someone else. Then it will be offense. But if Diksha Guru becomes fallen, or he already was fallen before, but you did not know, that is not bona fide, then you have to take from another, and then you will get proper initiation. But if you got proper initiation, then if you go to someone else, it is offense. That is on the part of disciple. So Gadadhar Pandit said, he played this pastime. He said, you give me. Then Mahaprabhu said, no, your Diksha Guru is Pundarik Bidyanidhi. You have to get from him. Then again, Gadadhar Pandit said, but he's not here, so you give me. Mahaprabhu said, no, you have to wait for him only. He will come here. Then Gadadhar Pandit begged for forgiveness. I committed this offense. Please give me again. Then Pundarik Bidyanidhi gave again. It was reinstated. And it happened with our God brother. So he loudly chanted. There was no one there. So he came to our Gurudev, in where Gurudev was staying, and in the middle of Harikatha he entered. I was also sitting there on that Harikatha. So that devotee came, and Gurudev was speaking Harikatha. Then in between, it was not the topic. Gurudev was speaking some other topic. Then in between, Gurudev just in between said, I already told that those mantras should not be chanted aloud, because demigods also, they may hear. And this will happen. So in between, and then again Gurudev was speaking that topic from before, just in between. Then later I came to know from that devotee that what happened. That he came to Gurudev for this purpose. He had no plan. But because this happened to him, he came to Gurudev to tell him this thing happened, what I have to do now. Then he met Gurudev in private, darshan, and then Gurudev told him, yes, some demigod heard it. So that is why this was a mistake on your part. So now you have to pray to Panchatattva mantra, you have to cry to Panchatattva and Maha mantra, you have to cry, then you can be reinstated in that mantra by their grace. That is why we have to chant Panchatattva Maha mantra, because if there is any mistake in our ritualistic performance or anything, then by chanting Maha mantra, those mistakes will be rectified. You know that verse from Bhagavatam, that Kali Yuga is full of mistakes, ocean of mistakes. But by chanting Harinam, that will be all overcome by the grace of Harinam, and you can get ultimate goal of life. And in Archan Mark, you will find when Bali Maharaj got the grace of Bamandev, then Bamandev put his feet on his head. Then in order to bring out this teaching, Bamandev said to Shukracharya, who was guru of Bali Maharaj, but Bali Maharaj rejected him because he obstructed his service to Supreme Lord. So then Shukracharya was like ashamed and was surrendered. Then Baman Bhagavan said to Shukracharya, your disciple is in difficulty, you make some that ritual for him. Then Shukracharya smiled. He said, even by chanting your name, all kinds of mistakes in any ritualistic performance, in yagya and or mantra, tantra, all there, you will find that verse in Bhagavatam. Mantras, tantras, chidram, any mistake is there, that can be rectified by Nama Sankirtan. So Shukracharya said, even by chanting your name, all mistakes can be removed, but here directly you are present and you put your lotus feet on his head. What more I can do for my disciple? There's nothing more I can do. That is why that we have to chant Panchatattva mantra, Maha mantra, in case maybe some mistakes. So Gurudev said you have to cry, means really you have to cry, beg forgiveness and cry for their mercy. Then it was okay. So what I remembered here, because here Swami Maharaj is telling that now in Kali Yuga, ordinary people, we are unable to see even demigods. Before they could see, because they appear in airplanes and like this. But now, even demigods, what to speak of Supreme Lord. We are covered so much. But they like realized souls like our Gurudev, they can see demigods. And they can see Supreme Lord because qualified eyes tinged with the ointment of love of God. That Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. that verse. Prema Anjana, that Prema Anjana, ointment. With that you can see Shama Sundar in your heart, with transcendental eyes. We are saying Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya. Gyan Anjana, ointment of Gyan, knowledge. Gurudev is giving that. And Chakshur Unmilitam, then with his opening that eyes with that ointment, then we can see Supreme Lord. Premanjana or Gyananjana. Tatascha Manava Kale Ijire Rishayo Pare Pitaro Vibuddha Daitya Manushya Kratubir Vibhum. Thereafter, the Manus, the fathers of mankind, the great sages, the forefathers, the learned scholars, the Daityas, and mankind performed sacrifices meant to please the Supreme Lord. They all appeared according to their position in previous creation, again appearing in this creation. There is Kashyap Rishi, father, and two wives. One is Aditi, one is Diti. From Diti, demons are coming. From Aditi, demigods. They are stepbrothers. Father is same, mother is different, but always they are quarreling, fighting. So they are Daitya, because coming from Diti, Daitya. And the best of them is Prahlad Maharaj. He is a pure devotee, but born in demon family. Krishna says in Gita, I am of the Daityas, I am Prahlad. Because sometimes I hear some devotees, I heard when they are not so much acquainted, so sometimes they read and they say Bhakti Daitya Madhav Maharaj. One devotee wrote on Facebook also. Then I had to tell him it is not Daitya, it is Deita. It's totally different meaning. Deita means there. Bhakti Deita, Mother. Not Daitya. Daitya means demon. So you should not write Bhakti Daitya, Madhav Gosai Maharaj. Daita. Then he corrected. I explained to him like we are singing song Radhe Jai Jai Madhava Daite. Radharani is there to Madhava. And Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his Diksha name given by Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj is Shri Barsha Banabi Daita Das. One who is there to Radharani, that is Krishna, I am his servant. Barsha Banabi Daita Das. Or another meaning is those who are there to Radharani, her expansions, Lalita, Vishaka, and Manjaris, they are Barsha Banabi Daita. They are there to her. So their servant. So we have to be careful. One is Daita, another is one is Daitya. So demons also, they appear and they also do sacrifices. Powerful sacrifices. The Bali Maharaj did also. He's also in demon family. Narayane Bhagavati tat idam vishwam ahitam grihita mayoru gunah sargado agunah swata. All the material manifestations of the universes are therefore situated in his powerful material energies, which he accepts self-sufficiently, although he is eternally without affinity for the material modes. Self-sufficiently. Absolute is by himself and for himself. He is self-sufficient. And he accepts service to benefit us. So he accepts this material universal or manifestation, but he is eternally also totally detached from this. Srijami tan niyuktoham haro harate tadvasha vishwam purusharupena paripate trishakti drik. By his will, I create Brahma. Lord Shiva destroys, and he himself, in his eternal form as the personality of Godhead, maintains everything. He is the powerful controller of these three energies. As Vishnu, he maintains. When Durvasa Rishi came to Brahma, you please protect me. Then Brahma said, this is Narayan, Vishnu's weapon, Sudarshan. People think I am creating, but it is not true. By the given power of Narayan, I can create, not independently. I cannot rescue from this weapon. Then he went to Shiva and he prayed to him, you please rescue me. Then Shiva said, no, this is Narayan's weapon, Sudarshan. People think I can destroy, but it is not true. By the given power of Narayan, he gives me that power, then I can destroy, not independently. So you have to go to Vishnu. I give you my blessing, you go to him. Then he went, that Prapanchika Vaikuntha, Vaikuntha in this world. And he submitted. Then Narayan also said, Aham Bhakta Paradino, I am also not independent. I am dependent on my devotee. My heart is already stolen by Ambarish Maharaj. You have to go to him. I am also not independent. I cannot rescue you. He can rescue you. So he finally had to come to Ambarish Maharaj. Krishna is playing this pastime of being dependent on his pure devotees because they gave up everything for him and they don't want anything. They only want Krishna service. So Krishna has to give himself to them. Mahaprabhu also told to many devotees, like he has such devotion, he can sell me wherever he likes. It's totally in possession. And we are singing Krishna se tomar Krishna dite paro, tomara shakati aje. Krishna is yours, Vaishnav Thakur, so you can give. Because he's your property. So you can give me his service. You have that power. So, as Guna Avatar, Brahma he creates, as Shiva destroys, as Vishnu maintains. He is the powerful control of these three energies. Iti te bihitam tata yatedam anuprichasi nanyat bhagavata kinchit bhavyam sat asat atmakam. My dear son, whatever you inquired from me, I have thus explained unto you, and you must know for certain that whatever there is, either as cause or as effect, both in the material and spiritual worlds, sat asat, is dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That we have to understand. Then here, in commentary, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Nadi Radhir Govinda Sarvakaran Karan. He is the cause of all causes. And this verse of Gita I had in mind. Aham sarasya prabhavo matah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajantamam Buddha bhava samanvita. This is real Buddhism. Buddha, one who is intelligent. Who is intelligent? Here Krishna is telling, who is the real Buddhist. From me everything is coming. And aham sarasya prabhava matah sarvam pravartate. Everything is coming from me. One who knows this, iti matva bhajantemam. One who knows this, that I am the source of everything. He worships me. Buddha, he is intelligent. Bhava samanvita. With full love, he worships me. One who knows this, that I am source of everything. Everything is coming from me. So Srila Bhakti Rakshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj gave a very nice explanation of this verse. One who knows that everything is coming from Supreme Lord, even his own worship is also coming from him, means Radharani. Radharani is not different from Krishna. She is coming from him. His best worship is coming from him. So one who knows this, that Krishna is the source of everything, even best worship of him, that is Radharani, he will bhava samanvita. He will, in the shelter of Radharani, he will serve Krishna. He will do Radha Dasyam. That is very high explanation. Highest possible. Generally, we know these material worlds, transcendental worlds, everything is coming from him. But Sridhar Maharaj revealed here also means Radharani is coming from him. So we have to submit to that potency. That is best worship. We should not have false ego. So he will Buddha. He is intelligent and he will bhava with together, means with great love he will worship Krishna. Na bharati mein ga mrisho palakshate navai kvachin me manas mrisha gati na me hrishikani patanti asat pate yan me hridaut kantyavata drito hari. O Narada, because I have caught hold of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari with great zeal, whatever I say has never proved to have been false. Nor is the progress of my mind ever deterred, nor are my senses ever degraded by temporary attachment to matter. Yes. Brahma is here in the mood of bona fide guru teaching his disciple. As I explained some days back, bona fide guru, he is beyond Maic perception. He sees with transcendental eyes. So there is no defect in what he is saying about truth, and in his guidance there is no defect. But still, such guru or such pure devotee realized soul, he will also feel humbleness in his heart. He will say, I don't know Supreme Lord. because he's unlimited. There is no end to him. So he cannot say, I know everything, I am completely, with some false pride. But at the same time, he's not under the influence of Maya. So when that pure devotee is in the service of being guru to teach conditioned souls, aspirants or those who are arrogant like this, when he will preach the absolute truth, he will be very bold and there will be no mistake. Like here Brahma said, there was nothing is wrong and I am never degraded and my mind is never deterred. From progress of my mind ever deterred, is not stopping. So that position is there. In that mood, Vrindavan Das Thakur also said, we heard in Chaitanya, that if even after hearing so much glories of Nityananda Prabhu, someone still wants to blaspheme Nityananda, then I will kick him on the head. That is his grace. Even to such person he is giving grace because he is so foolish. He does not understand what is in his real interest. So by that sort of punishment or giving that dust from his lotus feet on him, that will awaken him. So when pure devotee is in the service of preaching, on the order of Supreme Lord, of course, then outwardly you will see he is speaking very boldly. Like Sai Maharaj, he said they are all rascals. And it is true, they are all rascals. They have no knowledge. They are totally ignorant, they are all rascals, cheaters like this. So very boldly. But inside, they have no false ego, no arrogance, because they are always in connection with Supreme Lord. And sometimes they will express that I don't know anything, because unlimited reality. Both mood are there in pure devotee. Same, both mood depends on in what kind of service he is engaged. One time, one reporter or something, I saw one video on YouTube. She asked, or she was explaining that one famous Indian, you heard, Jiddu Krishnamurti, he is popular. He was telling there is no need of any guru. What is the necessary? She was telling this to Sai Maharaj. Then Sai Maharaj said, then why he is coming to teach them this? If there is no need of any guru, means of any teacher, why is he coming to teach them that there is no need of guru? In the form of teacher, guru. Why he is telling this? Then she understood, yes. Then he said, so he's a rascal. And she was, yeah. Then he said, no, you have to admit that he is a rascal. Because he's telling there is no need of any guru, but he is taking the position of guru to tell you this. So is he not a rascal? You have to admit here that he is a rascal. So that is boldness in speaking the truth. That there is no arrogance here. Worldly, false ego, arrogance is not here. Although someone may misinterpret like that. That also I heard from one person here in Slovenia. Said, yes, I was reading that life comes out of life and he's speaking very arrogantly. I don't like it. The point is you don't understand. He's speaking boldly because he's speaking the truth, and that is all nonsense. They're telling life comes from matter. Then he said, then you prove it to me. That is science. Science is not theory or faith or belief or like this that you are saying. We are not believing anything. We are not religion. We are science. So experiment and observation. But then why you are giving me this belief? You give me proof. You take material chemicals or whatever you like. You take matter. You prove it. Your theory. You prove it. That you will produce life. You prove it. then you can say you are science. Otherwise, you are rascals. So that is boldness, not arrogance. Boldness from realization of the truth, but no false ego. But this is possible only for those who, like Brahma, I caught hold of lotus feet of Supreme Lord with great zeal, means fully surrendered. So by His grace, what I'm saying is truth, not false. And such a person can see and also expose what you are saying is false. It is foolishness. It is totally misleading. That is his duty to tell this. Acharya's duty is to tell this. Soham samam naya maya stapamaya prajapatinam abhivanditah patih astaya yogam nipunam samahitas tam nadya gacham yata atma sambhavah. Because that verse is there in Bhagavatam. Hridaya Granti Sarva Sankshaya means when one will see Supreme Lord, means realize, then all his doubts and that knots in everything will be cut. So if there are no doubts, directly you're perceiving truth. So then you know what is truth. Then you also know what is not truth. So he has to cut through that arguments when he is in the service of Acharya. Very boldly. Although I am known as the great Brahma, perfect in the disciplic succession of Vedic wisdom, he's our Gurudev, previous Gurudev. We have to pray for his grace every day. Krishna hoite chatur mukha, hoy Krishna sevan mukha. Brahma hoite naradero moti. Daily we have to sing that song. Brahma got from Krishna absolute knowledge when he became sevan mukha, when he became surrendered to Krishna, inclined to serve, and Brahma gave to Narad. Narad is also our Guru. We have to pray for his grace. And although I have undergone all austerities and am an expert in mystic powers and self-realization, and although I am recognized as such by the great forefathers of the living entities who offer me respectful obeisances, still I cannot understand him, Krishna, the Lord, the very source of my birth. You see, now he's in that mood. Before he said that what I say is not false, never. And my progress is constant. I am never degraded, all this. Boldly, I have no attachment to matter. Transcendent situated, and now he's in this mood. I cannot understand him because he's unlimited. Natos myaham tat charanam samiyusham. Yes, you see, because you see, they all know perfect in disciplic succession of Vedic wisdom. And all austerity is everything. But I cannot know him. Natos myaham tat charanam samiyusham bhavat chidam swastyayanam sumangalam yo hyatma maya vibhavam sma paryagat yatha nabha swantam atha pare kuta. Therefore, it is best for me to surrender unto his feet, which alone can deliver one from the miseries of repeated birth and death, Such surrender is all auspicious and allows one to perceive all happiness. Even the sky cannot estimate the limits of its own expansion. So what can others do when the Lord himself is unable to estimate his own limits? Before, Brahma said, because I caught hold of the feet of Krishna, my words are true, absolute true, and all constant progress. And now again he's saying, it is best for me to surrender. Why? Our Gurudev explained, because there is no end to surrender. Supreme Lord is unlimited. Surrender to him is also unlimited. There is no end. No one can say with vanity, I realized everything, I am fully surrendered. All this cannot say, because he's unlimited when he's in that mood. But when he will be engaged by Supreme Lord to preach, then he will boldly speak what is truth, what is not. And will say, you don't hear anyone. They are all bogus. They are all rascals. Only you have to hear me. I'm speaking the truth. That is not from false arrogance. Because this mood is also present there. That connection with unlimited Supreme Lord, and always that humbleness is there. And repeated surrender and praying for the grace. So even Ananta Dev, he's Ananta, unlimited. He's singing the glories of Krishna constantly, but he also cannot come to end because it is unlimited. But that does not mean that what he is saying, Ananta, that is false. That is absolute truth. But it is not full on that side. From Maya side, that is complete truth. Purna, complete truth. But from that standpoint, it is not complete. Can never be complete because he is unlimited. Naham na yuyam yatritam gatim vidur na vama deva kim utapare surah tan maya mohita buddhaya tvidam vinirmitam chatma sama vichakshmahe. Since neither Lord Shiva, nor you, nor I could ascertain the limits of spiritual happiness, how can other demigods know it? And because all of us are bewildered by the illusory external energy of the Supreme Lord, we can see only this manifested cosmos according to our individual ability. This is also, a real devotee will always think, I am fallen soul. I don't know. I am bewildered. That is the Trinada Pisanichana. Like Ambarish Maharaj, he did no fault, but he said, no, it is my fault. Haridas Thakur also did not commit anything wrong, but he said, yes, it is my fault. They always think like this, because being in connection with unlimited Supreme Lord. So that Trinada Pisanichana is extreme. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he said, someone will chant my name, he will commit sin. Someone will say my name, he will commit sin. Someone will hear my name, his all piety will be destroyed. I am more sinful than Jagai Madai. Jagai Madai, they are unlimitedly sinful. Before they were, then they became pure devotees. But that the Chitragupta, one who is writing all the sins for Yamaraj, he said there is no end to their sins. But here, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami is saying, I am more sinful than Jagai and Madai. And I am I am more abominable than those worms in stool. Such is my position. So who else but Nityananda Prabhu, all merciful, will rescued me? Who else can rescue me except for Nityananda Prabhu? By his grace I got everything. He wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita. He got directly darshan of Nityananda Prabhu, and he is Kasturi Manjari of Radharani. But he's expressing this, and he's sincerely expressing this from that standpoint of seeing up. But that is Trinaz. But when Brindavan Das Thakur is saying, I will kick him in the head, that is also from same realization. But only function is different. He is speaking for them, and he is seeing like this. Up. And you will find Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Amara Jivan, Sada Paperata, Nahiko Punyarolesh, Parere Udvek, Dite Klesh something, Parere Udvek, that song, Amar Jivan, he's sincerely singing that. My life is constantly in sin. Sin is constantly going on. Amar Jivan, Sada Pape Rota. Rota means going on, continuing. Nahiko Punyarolish. There is no tinge of any good activity. Nahiko Punyarolish. Parerudek diachi je koto, diachi jivero klesh. I am constantly only causing anxiety and suffering to other living entities. And then further he is explaining, I am ornamented by pride and all those. They are sincerely singing this, not acting. Sincerely, when they are in that mood of seeing up. But when they are in preaching, then mood is different. And both are sincere moods. Bhakati bino dekhe gorar sampat. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is seeing the wealth or opulence of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. How Gauranga Mahaprabhu's arati is going on. Bhaktivinoda Thakur directly seeing. So how he can be sinful? But both moods are correct. And Bhale Gora Gadadhara Arati Nahari Nadia Para Jabole. Kalpataru Tadaratna Singhasana. Yes, I saw that. Gaur Gadadhara. They are Radha Madhav. I saw. Surrounded by all Sakis, and Lalita is doing this, Ananga Manjari is doing this. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur sing everything in one song. Another, he's saying, my life is full of sin, constantly. Both moods are sincere and correct. Yasyavatar karmani gayanti hyasmat adaya nayam vidanti tatvena tasmai bhagavate nama. Let us offer our respectful obeisances unto that Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose incarnations and activities are chanted by us for glorification, though he can hardly be fully known as he is. So we are singing his glories. for his glorification, but he cannot be fully known. Both is there. This we have to understand through realization. Also in Vedanta Sutra there, the doubt is whether Brahma or Supreme Lord can be described or not. So many arguments. Ultimately, it can be described. He can be described, that is the Shastra, but never fully. No one can say fully because he is unlimited. So also in one Upanishad you will find one sage, he said, I cannot say I know Brahman. Also I cannot say I don't know Brahman. I know something of Brahman. Means when he is speaking, I cannot know Brahman. I don't know Brahman. That is in the mood that he is unlimited. How I can know? But also I cannot say I don't know Brahman, because by his grace I came out of Maya and I know what is the truth, what is temporary, what is eternal, what is his name, form, attributes, everything I know. So also I cannot say I don't know. Both statements are correct. I know something of him, but that something is not defective by any material misconception. No, it is perfect, but it is never complete because it is unlimited. So tomorrow we will hear about Srila Gadadhar Pandit, his appearance day.